Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's the Monarchs going up against the Seahawks. On the call here tonight, let's send it out to our guys in the booth. That's Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Evergreen State and CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup between the London Monarchs and the Seattle Seahawks. They come out here in the eye. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And all the way down to the 26. A big gain there on the first play of the game. 52 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. When we sat with the coaching staff a couple of days ago, they said attacking that defensive look with a run, something they wanted to do, it was effective.
And they were extremely confident, weren't they? Their planning, their preparation, they knew what they were going to get in that defense, and they were able to attack it accordingly.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. He's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Shift together here from the D-line. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver from 4 yards out. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll come out in the pistol. And they'll go with the ground attack here. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And here's a look at the starting offense. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Back to throw here. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down. And the linebacking core could certainly be crucial today.
They do everything really, really well. Fly to the football, defend the pass, you name it, they do it, as well as set the defensive front.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. They'll set up a throw. Deep drop. And this is going to be incomplete.
But that was pretty nice to watch if you like a defense's perspective because they understood where the first down line was as much as the offensive guys did. Did not give up any more ground, and when the ball was thrown, reacted really well and swatted it away. One of the advantages of zone defense, you never take your eyes off the quarterback, and when he reacts, you do exactly the same and go get the ball.
So that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage?
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility.
Now a handoff looking right. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. And a look at Seattle's defense.
Eric Armstead was a big-time high school basketball player turned into college football All-American. Now they're counting on him in the NFL to fulfill his promise.
It's complete to Grant. And he's eventually brought down, but not before he reaches the 39, just shy of the 40. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Their dangerous wide receiver, 39 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Again, we'll see the pistol here. He'll drop to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And give them 9 yards on the second down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They come out here in the I. And he'll give it here to his running back. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it's London football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And he finds a man on a crossing route. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them. When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
First throw now for the backup Wentz. And a quick throw here that's complete. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Wentz to throw on second down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Completed pass on second down. Now it's 3rd down as the defense looks for the stop. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Here we go now.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense ready to take over again. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
They come out here in the eye.
Here we go. Green, 39.
So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. On second down, they'll try and run the counter. They juked him. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Yeah, brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
Now a handoff here to his running back, and he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They go play action here on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And to give this time to the tailback. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Here we go now. Green, 30. No. Check. Patriot.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's 3rd down.
Here we go now. Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 16. Now a hit and a loose football. And he did get it back, I do think, yes. So no turnover on the punt, and it'll be a 1st down. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Another pistol look here.
Now let's go. Blue, line it.
They go back to the air here after the INT. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So we are halfway through here in the final week of the preseason, as we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Leopard! Leopard! Here we go, Leopard! Leopard! Here we go now.
Time running out here on the play clock. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Wentz now to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. And the dreaded 3rd and long here for the offense.
Here we go now.
And it goes in motion here in the backfield.
39.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
And his kick is good. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now they'll pitch it out here. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing now is Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd.
Here we go now. 3-19.
On play action, it's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. He did get it back, I do think, yes. So no turnover on the punt, and it'll be a 1st down. Now this offense ready to head back out there. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
Rolling to his right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. Took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now come the Seahawks. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
Here we go now. Watch it now, Barney.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They have what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Man, just couldn't hang on to the slant. And he comes back with one complete. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively a dime look. 6 DBs. Now Wentz firing quickly here, and that's complete. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal. Good
blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
2nd down now after the pass completion.
All right, now look at 56. All right, now look at 56. 30. All right, now look at 56.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting Like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. And his kick is good. And that will finish off this third quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
They'll put two receivers left, two to the right. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. That's taken on the 25. Wentz now on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there. And the Seahawks are going to have a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And he'll give it here to his running back. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
Has that changed in a big way? The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
Toss. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Whenever I go to a team's practice facility and watch them work, I love to watch the defensive guys in what they call pursuit drills. The ball goes either towards them or away from them. How fast will they respond? On this play, the defensive end responded better than anyone and made a really nice play.
Wentz going to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. 18 yards there and a first down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. From the gun on third down, Wentz throwing middle, and it's complete. A pickup of 11, and it moves the chains.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
It's a gain of 21 that time. And the Seahawks are going to have a first and goal.
I'm still an old-school football guy, and anytime you see a big-time running play, that fires me up. And if I'm on offense right now, in the position they're in now, inside the 10-yard line, I think after the way they've run it, they've set themselves up for a good play-action pass opportunity right here.
Let's go.
They go play action here on first down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a second and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. 6 yards still to go here on second and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. From the 3-yard line again, they'll try and punch it in here on third and goal.
All right, here we go.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Wentz now on third and goal. This will be caught at about the 6. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be fourth down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on fourth and goal. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. He's back to throw, and that is incomplete. They're turned away on fourth and goal, and the ball will go over on the goal line stand. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the...
Now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the hard count got the defense there. Encroachment and the 5-yard penalty. And now here's a carry heading left. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they try the right side here. There he goes, right side. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in for the touchdown. A great effort there. 83 yards. And his guys are going to add on And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
And there's the touchdown that they needed, so they'll celebrate. But the guys on the sidelines, they've got to stay focused. The onside kick team, they need them to get the ball back.
Yeah, part one of the equation done. Now they need to convert and get that onside kick. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. And the onside kick did not go 10 yards. That's illegal, and the flag comes out.
And now you know why special teams coaches have gray hair. They draw this up all week. They have it set to go, and the kicker has one job and doesn't get the ball 10 yards downfield.
And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Here we go now. Blue landing. Blue landing.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight. But I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary, something crazy here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Brandon, this will be a great win for them. The better team's going to win this game, no question about it.
And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to